He's got a nice t-shirt.
Smart shirt on.
It's clean.
Pocket
it
and
has
it's clean.
no stains.
And doesn't even smell. Yeah. That's how we do the wash test. We do the, is it clean? Can I wear it? Go. Ah, it's good.
The problem is he's not joking. Hey? Yeah.
We've come to Kenya. Drinking water. For one reason and one reason only. And that's to detox. We're gonna detox because the beers cost 50 rand each.
What size is it? We don't know yet.
In Dogo. 50 rand. How much is that in dollars? $3.
$3.
$3. Anyway, at 50 rand, it's double the price we pay in Tanzania. So yeah.
And versus South Africa, where we used to pay?
3 times the price. So we've come to Kenya for a detox. Bra at this place, Peter Bateman. I was for a bra yesterday, and at the bra we met John and Jill, and they invited us to come on a DHOW ride today. They own a DHOW.
Since the creek looked so amazing from our DHOW sail, okay, ready? We decided to untie Seascape from the boatyard mooring. This is going to be fun. And head on round the corner and anchor for a few days. Oh, that was easy enough. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, we off. We also wanted to try out Bird Island again to see if the Carmine Bee Eaters would arrive. Okay. go. I got it right.
Shaka bra.
Mambo, Samson.
That's going to be a pretty good chuck.
Yeah. Oh, you can see my feet. Look at the way.
Got a problem. Yeah.
Can you tell me what's happening?
Yeah, well, we're winching out the anchor chain because we've just had a governor, so we want to get it all out and make sure the links are all fine, because sometimes the links can actually get stuck in the galvanizing process. It jammed under here, which it's done before. It's just going out too fast and then a link gets caught and it gets jammed. So normally you can unjam it, but we'll see how we go.
So I've forgotten to acknowledge you.
You also don't want to bugger the links up either. Okay, let's go. One.
Well done.
Okay, we got it off.
We
got it off.
We got it off.
Okay, good.
In a peaceful anchorage, far from the noise of the world, we discover a hidden gem. No crowds, no distractions, just the soothing sounds of chirping birds. And as the days go by, we have a little pied kingfisher coming to join us every day. And some playful little Cape wagtails playing on our gyp sheets in the evenings.
Went for a cruise up the Kilifi River. A lot of fun. Looks like some vultures up there. Maybe palm nut vultures. Saw a jackal buzzard earlier. Stumbled on this place. It looks like there's fish kraals there. I think I'm going to take a cruise through the mangrove here and see what those things are. Yeah, let's go check it out. What I think it is, I think these might be salt pans. So I think at low tide this is dry. They've built these up. And water drains in, and evaporates, and could be salt pans. I don't know what else it could be. Really strange. So this is Bird Island, where the Carmine Bee Eaters come and roost in the afternoons, if it's quiet. So we found a nice spot here, and a noisy bunch of guys on a DHOW have just left. You can maybe hear them in the distance. It's nice and quiet, and you can sit and relax here over sundown, and the Carmine Bee Eaters will come and visit. You can only wait and see.
When we were on the DHOW, we sailed past this valley with all these old buildings on it. And obviously Nosy Parker over here, when I see ruins, I want to know what's the story. So what I did was I actually messaged a few people who live around here, chatted to them, and I actually found out quite a really cool story about this. So this is what's left of the Seahorse Hotel. Now when I look at it, it's like, look how beautiful this area is. It's peaceful, you got palm trees, it's overlooking the creek, and I think, well, okay, gorgeous spot. What actually happened? Okay, so back in the 1960s, a guy named Fred Pelly, not Fred Perry, the tennis player, Fred Pelly, he bought this land with some really big plans. Okay, so he poured his heart and his money into building something, which we'll actually never know because he ran out of money. He did manage to build 3 funky arches. I'm not really sure where those are, so maybe we can see if we can go and find out where they are. There's a monkey up there. Looks a bit like a badger, his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast forward to the 1970s, and another British bloke, okay, this time he was from India and could speak Gujarati like a pro. He sweeps in, snatches up the land, and starts designing and building what became the Seahorse Hotel. And that then became the talk of the town. The locals absolutely loved this place. It became their go-to spot, especially since the current Kilifi boatyard, where we're moored at the moment, was just that. It was just a boatyard. There was no restaurants, no bar or anything. So this became their favorite chill out spot. Remember David Musselwhite, the owner? He built 3 ferro cement yachts, one of which he sailed away in, but we'll get to that later. Now, life is not always a bed of roses. And although the hotel survived until the mid-80s, it actually struggled to attract guests. And obviously, the money started running out. Barclays Bank reclaimed the land and property because they were the ones financing David's wild dreams. Barclays then sold it on to an Asian property developer who, guess what, did absolutely nothing with it. But there is more to the story. It then once again changed hands and it now belongs to a politician. So I also found out a little secret. One of the local residents on her early morning beach walks would find a way and sneak into the property. And she'd come and have her morning dip in the swimming pool, which looked a lot better than it does now. It's quite yucky now. And then off she'd go back home, and no one was the wiser. So, pretty cool. Sneak in. Well, we weren't actually able to find those funky arches left by Fred. They might be at the back of the property. But this is where the story gets quite colourful. Rumour has it that the hotel manager, a certain Sean Gavahan, I think that's what his name was, he had the knack of stirring up excitement. After a few too many drinks, he would organize these crazy competitions and he would challenge people to race through the bar rafters. Thankfully, there were no serious casualties, probably just a bruised ego or two. Okay, well, what happened to David? Well, apparently he sailed away in one of his ferro cement yachts called Shakwi, and he made it to either, we're not entirely sure, either Mallorca or Corsica. And that is the story of this abandoned multi-million-dollar property. Remember, when life takes you off the beaten track, you never know what you're going to find out. Keep exploring, keep discovering. Each adventure has their own story worth telling. And maybe you'll find your own little piece of history.